Hello and welcome back to Heroes of Might and Magic 3. This is our Rampart Challenge playthrough with Kyrre, with no Tier 5 spells, Animate Dead or Resurrection allowed. The plan for this episode is quite simple, so I'll keep the intro brief. We've been pushing with our heroes quite hard so far this game, and we're looking to continue to do so, especially as we now have 3 Rampart towns to build troops up in. I haven't said this for a while, but if you're enjoying the series, please do drop a like on the video and subscribe for more. It really does help a lot. So let's get into it. Okay, so let's get into it. We can actually see that there's some wyverns here guarding a book of water magic, but we don't really want to lose that many troops because we've still got Teal to deal with down here. So we're probably just going to leave those. We will come and take them out later when we're on our way back to our Rampart towns, but for now the goal is really just going to be to take out Teal and go and get some more troops from our stronghold towns, etc. Okay, I think most people are already in the right spot for next week. Mephala might as well move back towards these resource producing buildings. Yeah, she can make it there on day 7, so that's fine. Gem can pick up a few bits for us here, and then I guess just make her way back to the Behemoth Crag for next week. There's not a lot else for her to do in this area. Elishar, we want to be moving forward. Okay, Hypnotise. Pretty useless spell, to be fair, but can occasion... Oh, I can actually make it in one turn, and we've got Mosswood, which is Tan's... presumably Tan's starting town. So, let's take it. Don't think I should really lose 2 bears here. Morale, okay. Let's do a lightning bolt on the smaller stack here and kill the Gorgons. Yeah, so we only lost 1 grey bear. That's much better than the auto combat. Yeah, we'll definitely take advanced logistics over ballistics for sure. And let's build the Cage of Warlords so Elishar gets some extra stats. Why not? That's 100% of his moves, so we'll gain our mana back, which is nice. Then we'll go and grab the Windmill and the Warehouse of Gems next turn. I'm not sure how much exploring I'll bother doing in this area because it's swamp terrain, so Elishar will just take forever to move around. I may just grab these, grab them again on day 1, and then leave this area. I'm not sure though. I'll see if I can do a bit of exploring, if it seems like it might be worth it. And we want to build a homestead so that we definitely get archers for this week. And our secondary town here, we don't really have anything to build, I don't think. Corback's in the right spot, but he could... Let's send him to the trading post in case we actually need some resources next turn. But everyone else I think is in the right spot, so... What else do I actually need in this town? Just a castle, city hall, and a resource silo really for now. Dragon Cliffs we can look at later, so yeah, I think we're okay. Let's just end the turn. Okay, Teal look like they're sort of running away. Ah, okay. They've already taken out this black tower, that's a shame. Oh well, let's just move Kyrre back towards home then. Let's see, most of our heroes are already in the right spot. Mephala can't actually quite reach there, so let's just go to the water wheel. And Gem's also in the right spot now. Okay, there are actually resources available, which... Okay, yeah, we'll just stay here, because next we've only got 1 more move. But that does sort of say that there's probably not tan heroes in the area if they've not bothered to pick up these resource buildings right next to their main town, I would say. Okay, so let's see what we still want to build for this turn. We definitely want to build the Citadel, because that'll give us a few more troops. And I guess here we do want to build the castle, really, so let's send Kyrre back up here. We need a tiny bit of wood. So let's just grab that, and then we can build our castle. Okay, that's well worth it. We've got nothing really to build here apart from our upgraded dragon cliffs. We probably will upgrade our unicorn glade and things later on, because unicorns are super strong. And we did find an external glade as well, which could be really, really helpful. Especially as it's only just there. It's in between our towns. So it's definitely something that could be available at a later time. And next week, it might even be worth us buying a hero in Forest Glen and just taking the troops up to our other rampart towns so we can start gathering a few of them. We should get a relatively significant number of troops overall if we gather them up from all of those towns, so probably worth doing. But otherwise we're good for the week, so let's end the turn. Okay, all dwellings increase population, that's fine. And we can go and upgrade our grey bears next turn, which is great. Just want to start resource routes on all of these heroes. Okay, gems, gold. So unlike the start of the game, we actually do want gems now, not gold. So that's brilliant. Whoops. And Gem picked up some gems. How apt. I'm not going to go and visit this other mystical garden because that'll be nearly a whole turn's worth of moves, I think, on swamp terrain. Let's do a little bit of exploration. Okay. That'll do then. Yeah, we'll pick up the Redwood Observatory, definitely. I think it's going to be quicker this way, but it's saying I can't go that way because it'll ask me to go around into the darkness, I think. So we've got Coronius as our special. We probably don't want to build anything else here, actually. Not any of these, at least. Although we will build our blacksmith. Let's get a chunk of wood. And while we're at it, we'll also trade in a chunk of sulfur for crystal, because we're going to need some of that. And likewise, gems. We're not going to need 32 gems, and we'll pick up, in fact, we're not going to need more than 20, and we'll pick up a ton more next turn anyway. Or next week even, from the Mystical Gardens, presumably. So, we could build our blacksmith here, so that we're going towards our city hall still. And we could build our Mage Guild 1 here, which again is towards our city hall, so we'll do both of those. And then we'll build Coronius. Buy. As far as I know, he's not a building, although he could be. Actually got lots of nixes there, but we can't take that really with Coronius, unfortunately. Let's pick up the gems and ore, because they're always going to be useful. And I guess we can also pick up our unicorns on the way through to our second rampart town here, which could be good. And actually there's a pile of crystal there I could pick up, so yeah, let's pick up the crystal on the way past as well. Might as well. Okay, and I think we're good at the moment. What we might want to do is have Mephala or perhaps Gunnar, but I think Mephala. I think we get Mephala to run along with some of our units from Blade Route and drop those off with Kyrre. We do probably want to be upgrading to Gold Dragons as soon as possible, which we could technically do now. Let's just do it now. Just because Gold Dragons are so much stronger than Green Dragons. The same damage, but they have 27 attack and defense instead of 18, which is a huge difference. Speed 16, which again gives you max speed with your heroes, and 250 instead of 180 health, so it's a massive, massive upgrade. Perhaps Mephala also picks up our dwarves that are building up here on the way. Having a big dwarf power stack could actually be quite nice for Kyrre, especially as we're going to be picking up a load of extra dwarves from our secondary towns here, so we might as well, I think. But let's end the turn. We'll leave Korvac where he is in case we need to trade in for gold to buy some of these troops. Okay, there's turquoise again. Or teal, depending on what you prefer. Okay, so this Redwood Observatory has been really useful. We can see lots and lots here. They've not really cleared out a huge... I mean, they've cleared out most of it, I suppose, but there's still a hell of a lot to pick up here. Okay, yeah, Elishar can go and grab a few stats in this area for us, and then just come back north, I think. Might as well grab the water wheel while we're there too, but we'll grab some of the stats in this little area here, and then come straight back north to our town. We'll also check the crypt on the way past, but I'm pretty sure that will have already been cleared out. Ah, of course, Elishar has unupgraded dwarfs, so he's the slowest thing in the world. Gem can pick up the last behemoth here, and then also visit the warehouse of sulfur. Not sure which way I want to go with Kyrre. It is going to be annoying having a teal hero here, but at the same time I could go north, although I suppose Elishar is going to be coming back, going through the underground portal up here, and going through this black portal. Well, there'll be no need to go through the black portal because I know where that goes, but he'll probably be exploring further here, I suppose, so maybe no need for Kyrre to go north, actually. First things first, though, let's upgrade all these grey bears. Or these bears into grey bears, I suppose, technically. And let's also start sending Kyrre back home. Might seem like an odd choice, but I think it's probably worth it. We probably won't send him all the way back home, actually. We'll send him part of the way home, because we're going to have other heroes that can chain units up and upgrade them, etc., if necessary. Okay, we're hoping for gems. We got gold. And gold. Okay. Standard stuff, I suppose. Korvac again can just wait where he is. We may well need a ton of gold very shortly, so we'll leave him where he is. Nothing I can really build here that's worth building, I don't think. Could build a city hall, which actually I will build. That is worth it. But otherwise, that's pretty much it for our towns, so we can end the turn there. Okay, teal is still running about in the same area. Again, I think should be okay. Didn't actually visit the School of War, so let's visit that on the way past. Does use extra movement that I'd really rather not use, but at the same time, stats are permanent, so it does really make sense to do so. And where's Mephala at? She's here. 8,000 gold's worth of dwarves. Could be worth it, let's see. I think it's going to be a bit of a push if it is worth it, but let's see. Giselle can probably just move up to here. She's going to want half a day's move available, so yeah, we can probably do that. That's going to be fine. I'll figure out exactly where she needs to go next time. Let's upgrade these bears and leave them in the town. Be nice to get this behemoth crag up here at some point, but it's, I suppose, not essential. And Gem can just go and gather up this windmill for us. Elishar, let's keep exploring and grabbing stats. Well, it's not really exploring, I suppose, at this point. It's just grabbing the stats we can see, but still worth doing. And Coronius can just keep going his extremely slow way. It'd be nice to pick up these resources, actually, but yeah, Coronius is already slow enough without detouring off-road. And we are going to want the Dendroid Archers at some point, because we need them to build the Unicorn Glade, if nothing else. We also need the Enchanted Spring, though, so maybe we just build the MG1 so we can build our City Hall next time. Will still be almost worth it for this turn. If you include what I get from the Rampart bonuses, I'll still break even on buying it this turn, and then going forward, of course, I'll have more gold every turn. Okay, we can probably just leave it there. We've got a decent gold income, 11.5k a turn. Okay, we've got a second hero here. We've got Aiden as well. Interesting. Let's take the centaurs, they're free. 5 free crystal. Also grab the windmill on the way if I'm making this run, I guess. Attack on Elishar. Definitely shouldn't lose anything here. If nothing else, I can just blind one of these stacks. Ah, morale, perfect. Great. Nice and easy. Expert Wisdom will definitely take. And probably quite a strong spell scroll here, actually, if it was guarded by lots of nicks. Although they are guarding the mercenary camp too. We could have like a tier 4 spell there, I think, maybe. Which you never know, could actually prove quite useful. Okay, so Gem can basically just make her way back here already. There's not going to be a lot else for her to do, I don't think. And let's actually upgrade this centaur so she has slightly more movement next turn. And we've got Giselle here. I think Giselle wants to go here-ish. And Mafala's going to want to go about here, which is actually her full movement point, so that's fine. Gunnar, we're going to want to use, so Gunnar can also join our chain for next time. He's got a 6-speed Harpy. So let's swap that for a Centaur. At least he's got a little bit more movement speed then. And likewise, he's going to want to go up here. So, Kyrre, how far down can we get with you? Decent amount, it looks like. So we can keep the bears on Kyrre. Hideous Mask I should also have on, actually, looking at this. And we'll take the slow scroll just in case, you never know. Alright, so Giselle already has some movement left, which is good. So we should be able to chain all these back and forth between these heroes next turn and just upgrade everything. And Korbak's probably going to want to trade in for a load of resources next turn, but we'll see. So, for now, Let's build the city hall. It does cost 5k, which we'll need next turn, but longer term, definitely worth building as soon as possible. So I've got some mercury and some sulfur here as well to pick up, which I should do. Kai also hasn't visited this School of War. But that's fine, I really want to be getting back towards my towns, I suppose, at this point. So let's just end the turn and see where teal end up going. Okay, nowhere really, that's fine. And then Mephala wants to drop with ease with Gunnar. Gunnar wants to go back in and upgrade our troops. And also pick these dragons, etc. up. Right, so we're going to need to trade in for a lot of gold here. Luckily we've got quite a lot of precious resources, so we can actually do that. Don't need a lot of sulfur, so let's trade in most of it, I think. And actually likewise with gems. Let's just trade in the last couple. Didn't actually consider that, so call back. Let's have one more crystal, so we can at least buy our last dragon. Oh my gosh, it takes 2, of course it does. Right. Okay, so that's our last dragon. Can't buy most of the units anyway, it looks like. Which is a bit of a shame. I think we continue this chain next turn actually once we have a little bit more gold. So for now, Mephala, you can drop these off. And then Giselle, you can also drop these off. Throng of Bellwether Armadillos is a pretty brutal fight, otherwise I'd probably take it. Yeah, I think let's start making our way back up, but we'll chain a load more units to Kyrre next turn. So in fact, we're going to take a big detour here. Ugh. $950. Okay, so Kyrre gets +1 attack, that's good. And he's pretty much in the right spot already after that, so that's good as well. Giselle wants to move as far down as possible. Gunnar likewise, he's just going to want to stay here. Okay. And Jem wants to just go and sit on this behemoth lair, that's fine. Wow, implosion? I mean, fine, but that's a much stronger spell than I expected. Let's put it that way. We'll pick up this water wheel, but we won't bother exploring any more further down here. Really on the basis that Elishar is only getting to move a couple of steps each turn anyway at this point, and I'd rather he was going as far as possible. So, let's see what we get from the windmill. Sulfur, of course. And we can't move any further anyway, so we'll wait here and pick up these unicorns next turn. Okay, and we can't really build anything anywhere because we keep spending all of our gold. But I think that'll be okay. It means we should be able to get Kyrre with a relatively chunky army, as long as we're careful with it. So yeah, I think we're good. We can just end the turn and we'll see where teal end up going. Okay, exploring a few more bits and pieces, clearing some things out. That's good for us, I think. And Gunnar's going to want to pick up as many troops as possible. So first things first, we definitely want the unicorns. And, do you know what, we might just take a huge chunk of battle dwarves with us. and then call it a day for there. Let's actually trade in a few more of our sulfur as well, as we've just picked up a little bit more, and mercury too. Alright, so what else can Gunnar buy? Chunk more battle dwarves. That'll probably do for now. And we've definitely visited all of these, that's great. So Gunnar just wants to go and visit this mystical garden before the end of the week. Mephala just wants to swap these troops over, and Giselle just wants to give them to Kyrre here. Okay, well that's a little bit more of an army, still not much of one actually, but 29 unicorns is pretty nice, and 150 battle dwarves is a decent enough power stack that hopefully Kyrre's huge movement points can counteract a bit. But I mean, I'd rather not take them, if I'm completely honest. The dwarves, that is. But I think I do need some kind of sort of meat power stack that's going to actually be useful to us in that regard. So Giselle, good. You can reach the water wheel next turn, so I can grab that before the end of the week, and then she can start her route back down here. Call back, wait where you are, because you're essential on that trading post at the moment. And Mephala, now that she's done all of that, everything's been visited, so we just want to go back towards the water wheels up here, I think, which she can arrive at next turn. Gem can stay where she is. There's nothing else to buy or anything else here. And Elishar. We could go and get the lumber mill up there, actually, but it will take a couple of extra turns, so we might not bother. And Coronius, we can only actually buy one of them, unfortunately. Wow, you're joking. Wow. For those of you who are watching that don't have sort of a long experience with the game, let's put it that way, it's a little bit of a meme that refugee camps have Archangels in them. So, yeah, that's actually quite funny. I guess I just leave him where he is, just in case I can actually pick that up next turn, but either way, that's absolutely hilarious that there's actually an Archangel in the refugee camp. Just going to bring that up again. I think a lot of people watching this will probably be as amused as I am about this. Wow, okay. That's genuinely the first time I've ever seen an Archangel in a refugee camp in the 20 plus years I've been playing this game on and off, so yeah, I'm pretty amazed, I must say. Just bear with me a few moments. Sorry about that, I had to deal with a few things in my personal life, so I'm recording the rest of this another day. I did do some brief looking up before starting again today, and it looks like the chance to get an Archangel from a refugee camp is about a 0.6% chance per week, which explains why I've never seen it before, but it is still a fun meme, and I'm sure lots of people will appreciate the fact that there was an Archangel in there. The plan for the rest of the episode is really just going to be to meet Coronius up with Kyrre, grab some reinforcements, and trying to push towards Teal, where we've been seeing them come from underground down this road here. So without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, so first things first is really going to be to start upgrading some of our troop buildings at this rampart town. Khaled? If anybody can tell me how to pronounce that in the comments, I'd be really, really grateful, because I really do have no idea. But I think with that in mind, we want to start moving towards the rampart. We're going to be staying there till day one anyway, but we want to start moving towards there, and we also want to trade in enough resources that we can buy one of our upgraded buildings here. Doesn't really matter which one it is, so I guess the cheapest one is going to be the better. So in this case it's going to be the dwarves, because we do actually want upgraded dwarves. Next turn we'll grab the archers, although since we're waiting till day one, Well, we're going to grab centaurs regardless anyway, so I think we'll probably grab centaurs and then archers. But other than that, I think our turn is pretty much complete. Okay, so Teal are running towards however you pronounce this town's name. I really don't think they should be a problem. If Coronius can pick up some troops here, which we already know that he can, let's get the homestead, because that's going to be most useful for actually defending if we need to here. Can he reach here in one turn is the key question. I think he possibly can, although he has got golems, which should mean... that should slow him down enough that he can't. So I'm going to gamble on it and say that no, he can't reach me this next turn coming up. We've already got a castle, which should help a lot. And next turn we can also buy some troops. So everything here has been visited. We really, really want to just get Kyrre. Yeah, I guess we just want to get Kyrre back towards underground again so that we can... Just realised that this is Teal here. So maybe they're not underground. Or it could be a secondary area for them, I suppose. Giselle still has something to visit here, which is great. Let's actually wait till the next turn, because she's going to be able to pick up another 1,000 gold for us, which is great. Gunnar can pick up these last couple of bits and pieces for us here. I think it's probably worth just staying here, because we can move straight to the water wheel next turn. And Mephala, it looks like, is also doing something similar. Yeah, I think I still won't have enough moves to go all the way through all of these, but fingers crossed we can get to as many as we possibly can. The crypt's already going to have been taken, so do we even bother? Yeah, I think maybe we don't. I think with Elishar what we actually do is send him back up to go and grab the Warehouse of Gems and the Windmill at the start of next turn. I won't go as far as to go and grab the Mystical Garden, because it'll be a lot more movement points. But I can trade in the gems and things that I get for some more gold, hopefully, which should help us quite a lot. And other than that, we do still want to build upgraded Centaur stables, but we can leave that till next turn. In fact, we have to, because we've already built something, so that's fine. Yeah, I think... even though we've got a lot of people to move still, I think that's actually us good for the week. We've built most of the things that we can in this particular town, but we still need our enchanted spring and dendroid archers. We'll try and grab those next week if we've got enough gold, so we can at least get unicorns building here. And if we manage to get the unicorns, then we'll build the castle as well for extra growth. But otherwise, I think we're good. Now it's just hope for the best that this teal hero doesn't just come and attack me. Yeah, it looks like he's not, so that's good news. Okay, so we are going to have troops to buy here, but let's do our hero moves first, because this could be more significant. Okay, just straight gold, not absolutely ideal. We would have preferred to get gems so we can trade those in. Gems, good. And there's double gold there, excellent. And I don't really want to pick up the behemoth yet, because I don't know exactly what else I'm going to need. Okay, so 10 gems in total from those two. I think that was probably worth it. Otherwise, what's the plan with Elishar, I guess is the question. We know that Tan must have a way to get out of this area somewhere, because their monolith leads us underground to here. And the black monolith, we know, leads directly to our territory, which is up here. So there is a question here as to whether Tan have a town underground or overground, and whether I actually need to explore this area at all. I would suspect... I say suspect, it could easily be either way, but given that they've not actually cleared out a lot of the stuff... No, I suppose they have actually cleared out most things, so it's a real toss-up. I could just start exploring with Elishar. So let's just do that. It could be interesting, you never know what we're going to find. And I might find some fights for Elishar to do as well, because I would like to upgrade his level a little bit, and see if we can pick up a few more artifacts as well. So, Coronius is going to be my next play here. Wow, I can't even pick up all the dwarves. Okay, let's go to Korvac and let's trade in some of these gems that we've picked up. Let's trade in a couple of ore as well, so we shouldn't need quite as much as we've got right now. And we'll trade in 2 sulfur, just so we have a little bit left over. We'll bring a few centaurs either way. And I guess Coronius can just start down here. I was going to say we don't know where Teal went, but we know exactly where Teal went. I'm not sure if we survive. Let's take basic air magic, and let's just actually go back into town. Coronius can always start moving down when Kyrre gets back underground, which shouldn't be that many turns away at this point. So, how far can Kyrre actually get? Reasonable distance. What I think I will do, though, instead, is... I've actually got 3 bears to pick up already here, which is great. But let's put our whole army in the town. It does mean we waste quite a lot of movement points, but I would like to get full spell power again before we start moving down underground. And yeah, I think that's fine. Always hate wasting movement points, especially on a hero like Kyrre, but I think we're going to have to leave it there. Let's see where Teal goes. I am really, really curious. Do you know what? That'll actually do. Kyrre could grab some more spell points here, but I'm not sure it's worth the detour. Could also just go and take a horde of genies, which I think I will actually do. We'll kill lots of ice elementals on the way, but yeah, if they want to flee, that's absolutely fine. Do you know what, that's actually fine as well. Lots of genies, let's build some 1 stacks of dwarves. No, we don't want to engage them if we don't have to, that's perfect. And a shield. Don't think we actually had a shield on Kyrre yet. No, we didn't, that's fantastic. Let's pop Kyrre back to the top of our list. For anyone that doesn't know, if you press Alt and then left click on your hero there, you'll be able to send them straight back to the top, as I just did there. And let's pick up 1 grey bear, because we now can, and we'll take out this this Naga Bank while we're next to it too. Fingers crossed it's a maxi, because we really do with the extra funds at the moment. Okay, on the farming route, Gem can actually start picking these up, because we now have the gold to do so, having taken the bank, so that's always an interesting move. Okay, we've got a throng of pike there. But it looks like they've cleared out some of the stuff here. Oh, we've got Wayfarer's boots. Looks like still guarded, but we'll definitely take those if we can, because that'll stop Elishar having any issues moving across this terrain, which would actually be a massive, massive deal at the moment. Okay, and we'll also build our upgraded Centaur stables here. Upgrade as many as we can, and then send some more trash units down. I think at this point we're probably safe to start moving out a little bit, as long as we don't go too far. Does Coronius have Scholar? He does, so I might as well learn whatever spell this is. Ice Bolt and Fireball. He does have basic wisdom as well, so I can teach that to Kyrre. Although Kyrre can't learn 3rd level spells thinking about it, so actually I can't teach that to Kyrre. Oh well, at least we've established that. I suppose I probably should have cleared out this area here on the way down with Kyrre as well. Is it worth detouring? There is 2 trees of knowledge. There are 2 trees of knowledge, I should say. He's level 21 already, so... yeah, do you know what, as wasteful as it sounds, I am going to detour with Kyrre, and I'm going to come down and clear these out, because there's 2 trees of knowledge, and that'll be a really, really big boost for me. There's also a Pandora's Box, which on giant randomly generated maps is almost always XP, so I'll kind of get a big chunk of XP, and then I'll take these 2 trees, so I'll do the XP then the trees. Otherwise though, I think we're pretty much good to end the turn. Giselle can send herself up to this windmill at the top that I haven't taken yet, and there's another one up here that Giselle could go to afterwards as well, which I probably will. Giselle doesn't have a huge amount left to do otherwise, so might as well. So we're good to end the turn there. At some point I think I need to start moving core back as well, because yeah, I believe that the exchange rate that I'm getting is exactly the same as what I'm getting from 5 marketplaces at this point, if I remember rightly. So perhaps Corback wants to send himself south. Yeah, let's do that. Let's send him south and come and grab some of these gem ponds and things. Sorry, mystical gardens even. And yeah, let's end the turn. Next time we'll take this Naga Bank and we'll be able to build our dendroids in our newest rampart town. In fact, we can do that before we take the bank. So let's go for dendroids now. We'll pick up the bank on Kyrre. Yeah, that's absolutely fine. Really decent sized bank, that's helpful. Let's send Kyrre down to take out some of these. Can I also take out this horde of trolls? I can. Not sure it's worth it. Yeah, it probably is worth it. We have to go down past one of these anyway. It's much more worthwhile than killing orc chieftains. So let's send Corback to start the garden route, so to speak. Not the garden route in South Africa, of course. Very different thing. And Gem can come and grab 1 behemoth up here for 1 more behemoth. And I'll try and remember to grab these off Kyrre on the way past so that I can pick up that 1 bear that's unupgraded. I can go and upgrade them for him and he can pick them back up on the way past again. Elishar. Let's take the fight here. Yep, well worth it. Oh, earth magic. Throng of Stormbirds. That's a pretty brutal fight. Not sure it's worth it. We're going to do it anyway. Of course. Right, so what do we actually want to do here? We could just slow one of the... We could quicksand as well, actually. We could just slow one of them, or we could just blind one of them. Blind is effectively slow but permanent, so... yeah, let's just blind one of the middle stacks, and we'll wait on these, and then defend, I guess. Let's blind a second stack. There's probably no need to blind those, actually, thinking about it. But, yeah, well worth it. Let's take advanced pathfinding, and then make pathfinding completely irrelevant by equipping these greaves instead. I'm pretty sure they make it irrelevant anyway. Alright, so we've got a gap. They didn't clear out this imp cache for some reason. I wonder why. I think we have got a gap there, and it looks like there's no creatures, so... perhaps there was a break there? There might have been, I guess. I'm not sure why they wouldn't take out these stone golems and imps and things if they've been here, though. That seems really strange. And Coronius. How far can you actually get? Okay, so we know that Aiden is right down here. So yeah, we don't think he can get to us unless he's going to dimension door or something like that. And if he does, well, there's not a lot we can do about that. But I suspect that if he did have dimension door, then it would have been used. We would have spotted it at some stage, I think. Okay, so all we have left to build in this town is our Dragon Cliffs, which needs Mage 2. We can hopefully get this before the end of the week, but for now, let's just build our Mage 2 anyway. Hopefully Coronius will get a... sorry, not Coronius, Elishar will get a decent-sized creature bank here. If we do, then that's a nice chunk of gold, but I think the maximum is 2,000 or 3,000. So it's not going to be hugely significant either way. But I think we're ready to end the turn at this point. Okay, Teal's still the only one we see moving, and we know where he is, so that's not too much of an issue there. Gem, let's grab this Baron. Let's also grab the Sulphur. And Kyrre, on his way past, can pass over this one bear to Gem. Gem can then sit back in our town with it. Kyrre wants to come down this way and kill these trolls. I know this looks like a really trivial fight, but I know some people prefer me to play out all the fights regardless, so that's what I'm doing, where possible at least. Okay, that's some trolls dealt with. Okay. Morale won the game for us. Okay, Goldies can take that. Let's see how much XP we need for our next level. 5,000, which we should be able to get from a horde of pit lords. If not, then lots of Nagas, throng of centaurs. Both of those should be able to get us a level. Plus we've got 1k from the experience shrine here. Now, we've got an airship yard. Does the preclusion on fly spells stop me from using an airship yard? I guess it shouldn't, really? Really? So I think I'll probably allow myself to use it. Plus, I've barely used an airship yard in my playthrough since they actually came into existence. So I think I'd like to use it, if nothing else, just to try it out. Okay, 1,000 gold from the shrine. But we've got an awful lot of movement with Elishar. So, let's go and take out the Medusa stores. And we want So we're going to have the top 2, which we both want filled, and we're going to have the bottom 3, which we also want filled. I think this is right. Yep. Now I should be able to just kill all of these in one, because behemoths are absolutely insane. Let's take expert pathfinding. And well worth having that. I'm not going to bother with the experimental shop, I don't think, or the leprechauns. But I will grab some stats on Elishar, and then he can start moving up towards this gap, I suppose. Coronius. We want to see what we can... secondary skill. Oh, basic luck. Wow, how awful. Grab this on Giselle, and then move up this way. Grab this last windmill. And Gunnar is grabbing his last mystical garden there, I believe. I think all the other ones are covered for the week at least. Korvac actually has a fair bit to pick up still. Oh, I forgot to pick up this sulphur. I'll pick that up on the way back through. But he should be able to complete the route down to these this week at least, so I can then start coming back up again with him. And day 4. We do want to build our spring or unicorns, but of course we need the spring to build the unicorns. So let's build the spring. We still want to build that this week if we can. We still want to build the unicorn glade if we can, and we've got more than enough gems to do so. And we'd also like to build our castle, which we've got everything we need for too. Then we can start thinking about upgrading some of these and also building resource silos in all of these towns. I actually think they're quite important. Lots of people are going to say, oh, it's a huge waste of money, but with the length of time some of these games go on for, I think resource silos are well worth it. Okay, we didn't even see an AI player there. Okay, this should be relatively trivial. Yep, fine. And likewise, I think this should be fairly simple too. So I'm just gonna take that. That's fine. Oh, Kyrre learns spells. How useful. How close to a new level am I at this point? Miles away, so it's fine to just grab these trees, I think. Yeah, I need more crystal to upgrade these and then shove them back towards Kyrre. So let's do that, and we'll pick up our last bear as well. Yep, okay. I think this is good. And Gem, you can start moving back towards here. I say back towards here, towards here. Coronius, you can start moving up so that I can dump your troops on Kyrre as soon as possible. And Elishar, let's just start moving through to this new area. Hopefully they've not visited the imp cache, but they probably have. Other than that, we're doing our last bit of resource farming on our heroes, and then we're pretty much done for the week. So let's see what else we can build. Unicorn Glade, great. Let's get that built. Then we're going to want a castle still at this town, but other than that, we're pretty much covered. Just realised there's a homestead next to here as well that we didn't take. Presumably for the same reason that we didn't take the wyverns here to open up the dragon cliffs. It was just too big a fight. Okay. And Giselle, I don't really want to just wait there actually, because there's a decent chance that Tan are going to come through here again as they have before. And Gunnar's good to stay where he is. So the only thing we can still build that's going to be useful in the longer term is the dragon cliffs. Let's see how we're getting on for resources on day 7. If it seems to make sense, then we'll build the dragon cliffs then. So let's end the turn again. Giselle could actually potentially be useful to ferry troops down to Kyrre, so let's see. How far does Coronius actually need to come? Yeah, it should work out quite well actually. Giselle should be able to take his troops off him somewhere next turn or so. Yeah, around there, so Giselle can move to intercept that. Gunnar's in the right spot for next week, so is Mephala. Jem just wants to drop troops off to Kyrre. By troops I really just mean the grey bears there. So let's take the bears and then grab another level. He's got the whole level to go still because he's just leveled up, so lots of Nagas should be a decent fight. Yeah, I will engage them. Just blind the big stack and then wait on everything else. Great, okay. Then they didn't really get hit that hard, but so let's just move back with them. And we want to hit the main stack with our bears next time, because that should be a simple one-shot. Yep, perfect. And then let's build ourselves an airship. That's pretty cool. And we're going to be quicker if we just move up ourselves, I think. So let's do that. Let's call back, grab these last two, and then start moving towards the north again. Let's take these, this sulfur on the way past. Now, Elishar. Okay, that's deserted. That actually had gold in it, which is good to know. Okay, we've not explored much there, but that's fine. Okay, and all we need there is the Mage 2 to build the Dragon Cliffs as well, actually. But we need 30 ore. Okay. I think we've got enough resources to do it in one town. And I think we need 20. We do indeed. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1 Mercury, that gives us 20, which enables us to build the Dragon Cliffs here. Excellent. So we only get 2 growth here, but that's fine. Eventually we'll be able to take this Dragon Cliffs, and we'll also be able to get a Dragon Cliffs in Forest Glen, so that's all good. Let's end the turn there. Still not seeing teal surface again, which is interesting. I would have thought by this stage we'd be able to see something, but apparently not. And Giselle can go halfway. Jem can't get very far, but Kyrre can go most of the way there, but can Kyrre then return home again? Probably not. So I think we pop up to about here with Kyrre. Callback's on his way back to start the farm route again, so that's fine. Everyone else is pretty much in their spot already for the next week. I guess what we could do with Jem is send her north, disembark from the airship, and make it a little bit closer to Kyrre next turn. Yeah, we need to amalgamate all of these stacks. Okay, we've got 278 battle dwarves, which is a really, really nice power stack, actually. And we've also got 27 grey bears, which is a pretty insane stack too. 42 unicorns is pretty good. Yeah, 8 goldies and a few archers and some centaurs. Not too strong a stack. But I think we should be okay. Let's take the plunge next time around, and we'll airship our way into Teal's territory. Hopefully it's their main territory here, and we can have some fun with it. Oh, I actually didn't expect there to be anybody still here. I mean, Mystic Orb of Mana is definitely useful to take, given that we've already got... Well, we've got 2 parts of the Wizard's Well if we do, and we'll have that on Kyrre and Elishar. So we just need to find, well, I guess a town with more there. An artifact merchant, not more there. Yeah, let's just take this, that should be fine. It's definitely worth taking a crystal mine. And we'll come down and take out these centaurs next time so we can pick up that artifact. But otherwise I think all my heroes are good for the next week. Got a nice chunk of gold, but we might even give ourselves slightly more. Okay, good. That'll do us, I think. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll end the turn. Start of the next week, we didn't see anybody, so I'll also end the turn there. Thanks very much for watching, and I will see you all next time.